Hi, this is Olga. In this lesson, we are going to talk about variables. Variables are special commands which allow us to store data. And there are actually two types, variables and constants. So one of them can be changed later, and constants cannot be changed later. Here are simple syntaxes of how to create a variable. You need to use a special word var, then name, then equal, and then some value. Now we create a string variable, and it will look like that. Be careful, because if you use something like that, you will see arrow, because you need to have equal amount of spaces. Either on both sides you should have spaces, or on both sides you should write without spaces. I prefer this way, more space, more air. You can do either way you want. Okay, variables, and if you want to create some let, it would look like that. And our name let, name of variable a constant, equal, and value. You can write it another way actually. You can write it like this, and this is also okay. You can write it like let some name of constant of variable, then colon, then type, then equal, and something. Or if you want just to create variable without anything, you can do it that way. At this point I need to, and as a variable, then you can assign it a value. Okay, it may look like that. Here it is, different way to create variables or constants. The order of this word is very important. You cannot write in another order. So in the first place it is always var or let, then name. Also be careful with name, it should be unique in one scope. So if I do something like that, I'll see an error. I cannot create two variables or lets or something with the exact name. So be careful with it. Then you can either assign value or write colon and then type. Why you can do both way? This way is implicit way of assign type. You actually say this is string and I want assign a string value, and here you explicitly said this is string and I want to assign value. Okay, let's go further and speak about available types. There are plenty of them. We will now speak about most common. Here you see string. It is 4 strings. It is also can be integer. Integer is used for whole numbers. It may be negative, positive, or 0, and it looks this way. For example, 0. And if you try to write, I don't know, 0.5, you'll see an error because 0.5 is another type, double. So for fractional numbers, we have double. It would look like that. And another type we have is Boolean. Boolean is a binary type. It have only two possible values. It is true or false. Bool look like that. What is also important to know for you? We have now some string, some int, some double values. once you create variable or constant with type, you always create variable or constant with type. You cannot actually create something var variable and make it with no type or no assignment. You will see an arrow type annotation missing in pattern. So our variables or that constants always have types, and it cannot be reassigned later. For example, if you write str is equal to 4, you will see an arrow because now you want to assign int to string. And also, as var are variables and let are constants, you cannot change constants later. If you, for example, change my name to, I don't know, Maria or something, you will see an error. You cannot change let constants. So in this lesson we saw what is variables, what is constants, what types are available. We learned that type is seen once and it cannot be changed later. And for now you can try to create all of these variable and constants and check if it is okay.